Hello people of the internet. Today I want to contribute to one of my favorite Emacs packages, which is git-link. I want to show you what git-link is for, and I want to also show you its alternative, or maybe predecessor, I don't really know, browse at remote. And I want to show you the difference between those two and the feature that I actually want to add to git-link. Those are of course not my packages, and we are going to implement that feature and submit it as a pull request to the package maintainer and hope for the best. So let's start with browse at remote. It is really easy. You go to your Emacs instance and you find some project and some files. So let's do, for example, this one. And then you use the command browse at remote. Nothing happened, but no, not really. You go to the web browser and it opened the file that we are looking at. It opened it on the Git forge in the web browser. So in this case, GitHub. But it could be a GitLab, it could be Pagure, it could be whatever. There is support for multiple Git forges. Now, Git browse is really easy, and it always opens, I think, the upstream project and the current branch, or something like that. The problem is, excuse me, sometimes you want to show, for example, a different branch or a different remote. So let's say I'm working on a feature and I am on some feature branch in my Git repository, but then I want to maybe quickly show something to my coworker or send some link somewhere, and I want to show the main branch on the upstream project instead of my fork. And then browse at remote kind of gets its limitations, and like you basically cannot do that, or I'm not aware you can do that basically. So that's why I switched to git-link in the past, and it basically behaves the exact same way, right? You do, let me close this so you know it's closed. You do git link, and you have multiple options here. You have git link commit, git link dispatch, and homepage. So if you do simply git link, it opens that file the same way as git browse does, but I mean browse at remote does. But you can do git link dispatch, and this allows you to specify a different branch. It allows you to specify a different remote. It can, using the C parameter, you can toggle if the commit should be involved in that link, making it a permanent link, for example. So, for example, I changed only the use commit option and open in browser. Check this out. I have this commit here now, and this link is permanent. So if I, for example, point to this exact line, this will never, and use the link, it will never change. It will always point to that line. So yeah, this is the git link dispatch feature is the reason why I migrated to git link, and maybe multiple or more people did, because git link has about twice as many stars that browse at remote. Maybe it's because of the name, and it is maybe easily searchable. I'm not exactly sure. The point stands. I'm using git link. Now, there is one feature that is really good in browse at remote. So check this out. If I go to Magit and open some some commit. Doesn't really matter what commit, some commit. And I'm looking at the commit and I do browse at remote. It opens that commit, which is really, really cool. I enjoy this. Now, let me close this. And of course, git-link has a similar feature. So if I go to here, now I cannot simply do git-link. This is, can't figure out what to link to. Now, if I move here to this hash with my cursor and do git-link, still cannot figure that out. But if I do git-link commit, this opens the commit in the browser as we have seen before. But you must admit this is much more cumbersome than the previous approach with browse at remote, because I could have been anywhere in the buffer and I could use the same command that I'm used to. I didn't have to do browse at remote dash commit or something like that. I could always use the same command. That was really good. So I want to implement this feature for git-link. So basically the idea would be I'm anywhere in a Magit buffer that shows some commit. I would do git-link and this would open the commit. That's it. So this should basically be maybe 4 lines of code. I'm not exactly sure, but we need to find the correct code and so on. So let me search if I have git-link locally. I have, that's good. Now, if we open git-link, this is our code. Maybe we should let me go to a normal terminal. So if we go to main cd into git-link, git-link status, checkout main, git pull. Here is maybe master. Yeah, they have master branch, git pull, rebase. Okay, wrong Emacs instance. This is the one we are working in. Basically, I don't like, this is my main instance and I never want to implement any Emacs features in my main instance, because when I break it I need to restart it and it's painful. So I always spawn a development instance of Emacs where I do potentially breaking stuff, and only once I know it works I apply that in my production or main instance. Anyway, here is our code and we are definitely searching for git-link, right? Or maybe we could search for git-link, can't figure out what to link to, right? We could maybe search for that, what to link to. So if it doesn't have a file name, then it complains. Okay. We are in git-link, sure. Now, I have never seen this code, right? So we need to together try to figure it out. What happens here? Now, basically we are checking. If we don't have a file name, then we show a problem. Then we could show a problem when it doesn't have a git host, which is whatever. Git host, I'm not sure exactly what's in that variable. And then if it doesn't have a handler, so are we actually passing some handler directly to this function or what? So what's the function parameters? Git-link remote, start, end. So handler needs to be somewhere, yeah. So basically we should have this array. Yeah. So okay, we find, for example, this where is GitHub? GitHub here, and then we call this, right? But we should have a different function for. We should have a different handler or function for the GitHub commit, for example. GitHub, or let's do dash commit. But no. This is maybe too complicated. Let's do it differently. Let's do let's call git-link commit if we are inside of a Magit buffer. That's what we should do. So basically, like here, this should be all conditional. Like that's the problem with Lisp, because like if this was Python, for example, we could do something like if I don't know, is Magit buffer, right? And then we would do like return git link commit with the same args, right? And that would be it, and the rest of the code would remain the same. The problem is, in Lisp, we cannot do that, and we will need to probably wrap this like true, then something happens, so something else will happen, this all stuff, right? Which is kind of a lot of changes. That's why I'm like trying to figure out how can we do it on a like smaller, like small scale change. So like, okay, what if we do it this way? Like, it's not ideal, but maybe this will work and be a small change. So what if we temporarily put through here and call git link commit, right? Does this function have any parameters? Remote. Okay. Is the remote same as git-link? Probably. So I suppose we can just pass a remote, right? Now, what if we evaluate this function and do git-link here. Point is not on commit hash. Okay, so git-link, this opens the thing. So good, okay. Our condition kind of works. The only thing we need to do here is have an actual predicate here for are we looking at the Magit browser, Magit, are we looking at a Magit buffer, no, not browser, sorry. So we could probably check a major mode. If major mode is this, then yep, I'm not sure. Or we can let's ask. In Emacs, can I get a hash of a Magit of a, let's do current Magit commit buffer? We definitely can. So there should be an easy function for that. Magit buffer revision. Okay. And here is the check for the revision mode. So nice. What happens if we do like this? So this shows us, yeah, okay, this shows us the hash, nice. What if we are in scratch buffer and do the same? Nil. So that's good, because then we don't probably even have to check for the mode. We can simply get the revision, I guess, right? For some reason we are getting the abbreviated hash, but that doesn't really matter, does it? So it does actually. It doesn't. I'm thinking of a different issue. So the thing is, we cannot pass the hash here. So git-link commit somehow needs to be aware of it. So we basically are doing two different changes. So one of the changes that we are doing is basically calling the git-link commit function if we are inside of the revision mode. So that's that will work. Let's evaluate again. So we are inside of this and do git-link. It actually calls the git-link commit. That's correct, because we are getting this. But point is not on commit hash, and we need to fix this other change. So point is not on commit hash inside of git-link commit function, and here we need to figure out, or commit. Where does commit come from? Word at point. Okay. For some reason they use setq instead of let's. That's interesting. But we can do this, right? So let's don't rewrite their code and use setq anyway. But what if we do a condition? So if and our function is this, So let's do maybe something else. The thing is, what we are trying to do here, we don't want to, like, we want to keep the possibility to go to, for example, this hash and do browse, and go here and do browse and show these, instead of forcing always opening like, instead of always opening this one, right? I hope it's understandable. So this is our little problem. Now let's do this check. Yeah, let's borrow this check. And I'm sorry if you are hearing the washing machine. I'm sorry about that. I cannot do anything about it. Hopefully it's not that annoying. Anyway, so if we borrow word at point and do like, if we do set q commit is word at point, this is what they do already, right? Let's not use this, and let's not use this. So set q commit word at point. Now if, oops, we have some, interesting brackets here. Close this one, close this one. Yep, okay, cool. So we can do a condition if not. So if the string is not a commit, or commit is empty, then we can do our set q this, right? Set q commit this. Now, since we don't have else branch, we should do when, right? The thing here is, you shouldn't do set, like, we should use let here, but that's okay. I think that's fine. So since we set the commit here, we don't have to set it here. And then this can happen exactly as, oh, it cannot. If we want to do if not commit here, probably. Only. Because the thing is, we set it to something that could be either a string or an empty string, right? So if it is some hash, then we will use the hash and point. If it is empty, or the something is not a hash, then we will use the Magit buffer revision. But if we are not inside of a Magit revision buffer, then this is nil, and this is like not commit, not nil is true, so it will show the message. I think our code is okay, right? So let's try this. Let's eval this function, go here, and git-link. So we are opening this link, good. Is this the shoot? 2 files. It's interesting, like, is my Magit broken? I recently updated, and I'm not exactly sure if my Magit is broken, but I cannot see the changes, actually. So Anyway, you know what? Let's do this on actually my on some project I know, so we can be definitely sure, right? Let's open some commit and let's do git-link. It opens, it seems it opens correctly. Now, I think we previously had a problem with merge commit, and I hate merge commits, so I don't want to bother with it. Let's check on my project actually. So this shows correctly this this commit. If we try its parent, for example, so here, git-link, I think it works. Yep, check this out, different commit. And if we navigate here, git-link, it opens the current one. So that's good. Now, if we go outside and do git-link here, this should open, it opened the file, not the commit, that's correct. And if we, I don't know, open Scratch, git-link, this shouldn't work, good. And one more case, in this, since we are not looking at commit, what if we do git-link commit here, and this is broken? And I think we broke it ourselves. So if I go to my main instance, git-link commit, point is not an origin commit or hash. So we have a bug in the code. Okay. Excuse me. Cool. So where is our bug? Not commit. If we go to messages, we had a problem. Work tree. Okay, so one obvious solution would be maybe solution would be adding a condition here. So when this doesn't match, or commit, how are the brackets? When not, okay, when not is bad, so we should have unless, right, for that case. But so we can maybe do and do two things here. So not this, and no, sorry for jumping around. Revision, no, I want the oh, interesting, we have Magit buffer revision here in git-link. Weird. Weird. The thing I'm looking for is the check for the mode that we did, right? So it was in git-link somewhere. The condition was really simple. Mode derived, this one, right? So I want to borrow this and maybe put this here, right? So we set this only if we are in revision mode. Let's eval, and here we can try git-link commit. Okay, point is not a commit hash, so this looks maybe reasonable. let's go to here and do git-link commit. It shows, and it shows the correct one. Okay, I like this. Here, for example, if we go here and do git-link commit, it shows the correct one. And if we do git-link, okay, that's kind of reasonable. That's kind of reasonable because we are not inside of that buffer. But we can still like specifically point to a commit here. Yeah, that makes sense, I think. Or not. Like, we could improve that. It could be maybe any Magit buffer. You know what? Let's do the change. Let's do a minimal change. Let's not try to overcomplicate this. If this gets merged and people like this, we can actually improve this to work with git log 2 and maybe other stuff. But I want to have this simple at first. So yeah, let's do that. And this condition is, by the way, really complicated. I don't like this. So we have when and. So like, could this no, we probably need to have this as it is. Or wait, this is unnecessary. No. I think we can do this, and we don't need maybe this condition. So this would be when and not. Oh, I got accidentally rid of this, and I didn't want to. I wanted only get rid of the or. So I think this works too. So if the commit. Oh no. I was confused about the brackets. It was perfect. Sorry, because if this is nil, then we are fucked, because passing nil to the string match would probably error. So we need to pass empty string if this is nil. So yeah, this completely makes sense, I think, right? So yeah, I think this is the change actually. So one last attempt. Evaluate this. Git-link here opens the file. Git-link commit doesn't do anything. We go to some commit. Git-link this opens. But this git-link opens the one we are pointing to, so that's fine. Git-link commit would also work, of course. Yeah. I think we implemented the feature. That's really cool. Now, it could of course be improved a bit more, but yeah, I want to do that maybe later. I want to propose this as is. So git checkout Magit revision would be good branch name, I would say. Sorry, wrong instance. I'm used to that keybind. So this is our change. I think that's reasonable. So here in the git-link, this is the git-link one. So if we are inside of a Magit revision mode, then we call git-link commit function. Otherwise, it is the same. And then, then inside of the git-link commit function, instead of figuring out the commit hash here and checking it here, we do it all at once, and then we either have the commit hash or we have nil here, or we have nil, so that we can simplify the condition. Yeah, I think this makes sense. So this is our changes. Let's commit this. And do they have some kind of commit naming system? Doesn't seem so. So let's do if in Magit revision, is it a good name? Magit revision, yeah, Magit revision buffer, git-link can open, can browse, can open the commit automatically, commit. I think this is better than what exactly it does in the here. Git-link. This is the non-changed version. Instead of can't figure out what to link to. Can't figure out, yeah. I think this is better than printing an error that when in a Magit revision buffer, people most likely want to display the commit. Maybe this not display, but link the commit. But it this also allows to show a git to link a commit that the cursor is pointing to. I think so. In Magit revision buffer, git-link can open the commit. I think this is better than printing an error that can't figure out what to link to. When in Magit revision buffer, most people likely want to link the commit, link the commit, link the displayed, I think, commit. But this also allows to link this also allows to link a commit that cursor is pointing to. With this, let's do it like this. I think this is good enough. If we will see what is the response actually. I'm interested what the maintainer will say on this. I hope they like it. Yeah, let's create the pull request and let's wait until we get some response. Of course, I don't expect the response to be like now or even this week. Like, all of us are volunteers and work on the on the Emacs packages in our free time, so I even expect like 2 weeks, month or so response time from the maintainer. It's absolutely no problem. Like, this was a fun little feature. I hope it is helpful. If not, we can close this, no problem. Yeah. So if we close this unmerged, I can maybe use some function overrides in my config and actually implement this feature just in my config. That would be fine too. Anyway, hopefully this is good enough, and hopefully this will get merged. We will see. I'm glad you watched the video, and I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you very much. See you next time. Bye bye.